Good evening, and finally we've got Hurricane Isaac. It's actually just about to come on shore across southeastern Louisiana. You can see here from this satellite image that the system is looking as healthy as it's ever done. In fact, it really does appear as if it's trying to reorganize the eye as it's coming on shore along southeastern Louisiana. Now you could really start to see where the eye is really well marked out here on satellite imagery, and it's just about clipping southeastern Louisiana. We're seeing some very intense bands pushing through New Orleans and of course through the Mississippi and Alabama coastline as well. We're even seeing 3-foot surge along Pensacola, Florida. I believe 8 feet along Louisiana's coastline, and we've got 7 feet along the Mississippi coast as well. So of course, as the circulation winds and the seas pile up on the eastern side of the system, of course was the concern that we're going to see water piling up in the Lake Pontchartrain and putting pressure on those new $13 billion levees that have been rebuilt since Katrina. But certainly we've got an interesting scenario taking place here. Very, very well marked system on satellite, as you can see here. We've seen a report of a wind gust to 106 miles per hour right around this general area here, and that was I believe around 20 stories up, so of course it was high up, but impressive nonetheless. It's 106 miles per hour along this oil platform just off the Louisiana coastline. But we're going to continue over the course of the next 24 hours really. This system is going to push onshore very, very gradually, so it's going to actually push southwest of New Orleans sitting right around here, and we're going to continue to see this water pile up, and of course the surge is going to pile up more and more. It will probably top upwards of 12 feet probably along the Mississippi coast, and as well as that across parts of the Louisiana coast as well. Current winds are measured at 80 miles per hour sustained winds. I reckon it will be slightly higher than that before the system eventually makes landfall and eventually starts to weaken. But the terrain down here is very, very warm, moist, marshy terrain. So as the eye wall pushes on shore, it's not going to weaken just as quick as you would expect with a normal landfall and hurricane. So it's going to maintain its strength for a period of time before it eventually starts to weaken. But the pressure in recent recon measurements was down to 970 in millibars. So the system continues to try and weaken. I went to bed a few hours ago when the pressure was at 975. Now it's all the way down to 970. I wouldn't be surprised if it drops into the 960s before the thing really does start to kind of reach its peak. It's not reached its peak yet, I don't think, and the pressure continues to fall as it's coming on shore. Of course, that can have impacts and consequences in itself. But certainly, if you live anywhere around this region of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, we're going to be starting to see hurricane force wind gusts, as well as that 10 to 12, 13 foot surge, and as well as that, combine that with the next 36 hours at least, we're going to be seeing upwards of 10 to 20 inches of rain, because the problem is the system is moving in the northwest at only 7 miles per hour. So certainly folks, my thoughts and prayers are with you this evening, and hang in there. Keep following me and the live Twitter feed I've got on markfoganweather.com as well, and that will keep you posted with the very latest updates. Have a good evening folks, and take care. Bye bye.